everybody, for being here. I'm really excited to talk and to be with you all. This has so far been really incredible. Thanks, Katie, wherever you are. That was really awesome, inspiring, wonderful to hear. And I guess, first off, I think you should know about me, as really anyone does who knows me pretty well, is that I was a child that was born almost literally in the dirt. I was always in the dirt. I mean, you all know what I'm talking about. You're outside, you're young, you're playing in the grass, you're scabbing up your knees, or at least I was definitely a lot. And so, as I grew older, I was always quite connected to the earth. And so when I nowadays tell people, oh yeah, I'm studying sustainable business at Aquinas College, they're like, give me this kind of like awkward, like, you're a business guy now? Like, what exactly is that? So I'm here to tell you about what Aquinas College's sustainable business program is kind of essentially all about. I am into my 4th semester here, and or I guess there in Grand Rapids, and Aquinas College was the first in the nation to start any program of its kind offering a Bachelor of Liberal Sciences in Sustainable Business. And there are basically 4 landmark pieces to what we study in sustainable business. And it's, first off, we look at all the incredible positives that businesses bring to our lives. And it doesn't take much to think about how many great products and clothing we wear and places we go that businesses provide for us, and the incredible wealth that it can provide and value for our communities, for our earth. But in addition to all of that, the past 200 years of human industry, modern industry, has also given us a whole cacophony of negative, pernicious, insidious toxins and negative effects that are really, really deeply entrenched in all of our practices, whether it's the toxins that are persistent, dioxins that are persistent. Resource exploitation, as you all know, is a direct result of business strategies that haven't had a well thought out plan. From the get-go, it's just been, we will try to produce what we want, and that's just about it, and not taking the next step. And so what we do at Aquinas College, learning about these things, is that to look at these insidious effects and look at the detrimental pieces to modern business, and then to also compare that to the natural world that's right outside our doorstep and waiting for us to look at the way they do manufacturing, the way they manage to have absolutely no waste. They don't have to start a zero waste initiative. Whatever is built and constructed quickly turns into food for the next organism, the next species. Whatever other million species on the face of this planet, we as humans are the only ones that use anything other than the sun as its main source of energy. And so what we look at is that the natural world and its incredible track record of billions of years of being able to produce and consume with no negative effects. And that to me is, I'm giving myself chills as I'm thinking about that, because it's just incredible to think that you can do something like that, because the earth has been doing things like that for billions of years. And for us, in the last 200 years, we've destroyed more than what's been built. Like, it's just mind-boggling to think about what we as humans haven't been able to accomplish that the world has before we as humans have come to this realization. And so we look at the natural world, we look at how the third step is basically, so first we look at the positives and negatives of business. Then we discover nature and its processes and manufacturing capabilities to provide durable, healthy, beautiful communities that we live in every day, and that it doesn't have to produce persistent toxins. It does not give other organisms cancerous growths of any sort or any kind of resource exploitation on a day-to-day basis. And so that business itself does not have to be this big, bad, massive, just evildoer and villain. We don't have to villainize business, because business itself is a fantastic thing. It brings us all the great joys that we have. And that to proceed in a manner that we can create a redesign of our systems, whether it's energy or manufacturing or consumption, and that our linear cycle of like cradle to grave approach of taking these valuable resources and churning them and heating them and beating them and treating them into whatever product we use for who knows how long, maybe a couple years, whether it's your MacBook or your different clothing that may tear up, then we bury it rather than cycle that as nature has done for, as we know, millennia. And so to look at nature as a teacher and a mentor and a guide, to see it as an inspiration, and that nothing that we as humans can provision will ever compare in terms of absolute genius to the way that nature processes. And so that all in all, we can then look at in our program at Aquinas College that I've been a part of now for 2 years, we look at businesses that are taking these steps and thinking completely unconventionally, and not saying that, not searching just for the financial revenue, but actually looking at the triple top line rather than the bottom line. But for the triple top line in sustainable business at Aquinas College and throughout its graduates are producing financial value, human capital value, and natural world capital. And that should be a guideline and a staple for every move that we make. And so that is sort of a quick summary, but also just a taste of what I've been learning at Aquinas College. And with that, I hope you take away something.